Yay, we're live. What's up, baby?
What up?
This shirt is very festive. We're doing the shirt challenge from last week at the end of the episode.
He know what it is.
Okay, so our on-camera guest at the end of last week's episode challenged CT to a shirt off. I don't know, shirt challenge, shirt duel, and he was wearing sharks all over his shirt, and CT had on was it a blue shirt with pink flowers?
White flowers.
White flowers. There was pink somewhere.
It was pink on the
collar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so today we're hitting them with the Bedrock Money shirt, which I like a lot. Okay, is this the pose? Oh, fake look away. Welcome, everybody, to episode 121 of Mariage Go Round podcast with your real-life married couple hosts, Tanjareen and CT. We happen to be married in real life and comedians as well. And on this show, we talk about dating, marriage, and funny relationship memes from our own monogamish point of view. Today, we're going to talk about a couple of celebrity relationship gossip drama, and then we'll get into some funny memes after we sing the theme song, and then talk about what we've been up to. What's up? And talk about what we've been up to since the last we were here. First, shouting out the person who was in the live as soon as I created the link before we got here was Jordan Taylor.
Joe Tate.
He says, this episode of Mariage Go Round remind us that through hope, comma, encouragement, comma, and unity, comma, look at him using a punctuation again, we can create a place where everyone feels supported and every challenge is easier to face with one another. Look at that. Thank you so much. Always positive, always sweet. Right after him was Latasha Turnbow, also known as Latasha Luxuries, also known as Latasha Marie. She changes her name every few months. Thank you for joining us. Babe, how you feeling?
Feeling good. Waiting for your boy to show up.
Okay. So you're taking it seriously. I like that. Green Ranger says we in this thing. Thank you so much for being here, Green Ranger.
What up? What Ranger color is Lexi Lex if he's green? I've meant to ask that for a couple of years.
I feel like we asked before and I forgot the answer because we knew their daughter was Pink Ranger and we were asking what the boy was going to be. I don't know. This is a great question. Let us know. Lit. Mariage Go Round time. What's up, Cobra Tay? We miss you.
Remember, they got 2 boys and a girl now.
Yeah, because they keep having kids. I don't know how she does it at 11 years old. She's amazing. Green Ranger.
Said she done.
Yeah, they're never done. Green Ranger says, oh, my boy then went Hollywood. You got your ish on. You hear me? 4 fire emojis. Yes.
My God.
I had on a different cute top, and then when I saw what he was going to wear, I was like, you know what? Let me let my baby shine with his fanciness and let him do his thing. Both of them are looking very nice, Jordan Taylor says.
Joe Tate.
Sweet says, CT's face when you mention the theme song. I know. Let's go. Let's get into it right now. 5, 6, 7, 8. Man, oh, I forgot the do, re, mi. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do. 5, 6, 7, 8. Mariage Go Round. What's up, baby? Mariage Go Round. What happened?
You better hit that pre-record.
You don't want to sing it? You're not in a great mood?
I'm in an incredible mood, but okay. I'm in it because we're not singing. I held my end of the market last month.
But we didn't do every week last month.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't. We took a week off for 2.
Well, that was on the host.
We're the hosts. We're the host. All right, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Carolyn G? Here we go with the pre-recorded theme song.
Don't sound so not excited. The people gotta have joy. Do, re, mi, remember?
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do.
Point, press.
That's funny. Point, press to the recording.
Yeah, that's it.
Reggie Williams says.
Reggie Will, yeah.
Y'all always be looking good. Get on my nerves. I appreciate that, Reggie Williams.
God.
That is hilarious. Domingo is here. The one who challenged you to the shirt off said,
give me
what?
a minute.
Give me a minute. Let's see what you come up with, baby. Let's see what you come up with. Meanwhile, here's the theme song. Gives him a few seconds to get dressed. He can get in the green room. And this is one of the only live comedian married couple shows that will allow you to get on camera and talk to us about relationships, give us advice, or ask us a question, and we'll give you advice. Here's a theme song. Are you ready? Are you ready for the theme song? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Mariage Go Round.
Mariage Go Round. Tanjareen and CT. Mariage Go Round. Cause it's married things and things are rock. Married things and things are rock. The real relationship podcast. Blocka. Pew, 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 pew. Boop, 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 boop. Pew, 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 pew. What's the matter, baby?
It gets longer every time you do it.
Pew, 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 pew. This is the remix. Pew, 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 pew. Braka. Yeah. You're so amazing.
I'm a good co-host.
You're a great co-host. Yay!
Look at
That worked out great.
Worked
Look
out
at that.
great.
Almost as good as singing it
Almost
live.
as good as singing it live.
Yeah, Carolyn G said hello to her favorite couple.
What
Appreciate
up?
that. Have a blessed evening. Checking in from Charlotte, North Carolina. Hey, I got family out
Maurice.
there. So, how's your weekend?
You know you can never have enough. You need Maurice.
Hey, I see what you did there. What you did there.
Week was cool. Let's see. I was in Omaha, Nebraska. Performed. That was cool. Met some Ohamians. You know what's funny?
Is that what they're called?
No, but they try to say the chef, she was in the green room with us, and she was like, "Yeah, thank y'all for coming to the O," and we're like, "What?"
Oh, okay.
And she's like, "The O," and Tyler shut it down immediately. He was like, "No, we're saying the O. If anything, we'll let Orlando call themselves the O."
The disrespect on Omaha, Nebraska. If we have any Omaha, Nebraska listeners or viewers, let us know. Do y'all call it the O?
That was crazy.
I like that.
It's almost like when, for a while, Dallas was trying to call themselves D-Town and the D. We're like, no. Detroit is the D, and we are D-Town. If anything, we could be willing to part with D-Town for y'all, but y'all are not the D.
So you're negotiating on behalf of the entire
and that's
city
not
of
even
Detroit.
That's not even official. That's just me being kind.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I definitely know y'all are the D. D-Town seems like, I can see why you would give that one away.
We're not going to, but we could part with that if we were compensated fairly.
What would be fair compensation?
30, 40 mil. That's fair. It could have been 50. Could have been 50.
Okay, you're being very nice. You're being very, very nice. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. CT, Reggie Williams says, CT, you got the samurai hairstyle. Nice. Oh yeah, slick back in the middle.
Yeah, man. My hair's gotten long. I don't know if y'all noticed that.
We've noticed.
I'm down to my shoulders.
We've noticed it each week. It looks great, baby.
Yeah. It's gonna get braided tomorrow, but today.
I won't tell you his good news, but if you're in his Patreon, he just announced some good news that starts tomorrow. So make sure you check out his patreon.com/CT is dope, so you can know what's up before everybody else in the world finds out.
Let it know.
So we had a nice little time. We had a nice little couples date night last night.
Yeah,
that was fun. We like doing things with other couples. It keeps you grounded. When you're a couple that hangs with other couples, it's definitely a great vibe as opposed to being with a bunch of single people.
It is. I noticed a huge difference.
Yeah.
I was like, man, this feels good hanging with another couple.
And we've done it before, but then sometimes that couple breaks up, or they just argue a lot and we don't want to hang with them.
This is the first time we've hung with a couple that have been together longer than us. Usually we're the couple that's been together the longest, but they've been together way long, double the time.
They're high school sweethearts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like, man, this is cool. This is all right. Hanging with another couple and everybody got the same goal as far as focus on your spouse. I was like, this is all right.
You know what I liked about it?
What you like about it?
I liked flexing that I like doing your laundry.
Oh yeah.
Completely from beginning to end, as opposed to when we hang with other people and the women are like, why you won't fold his clothes? And it's like, well, my husband hasn't touched his laundry since we started dating, and I don't have a problem with that.
Can I tell you something?
What?
Don't even know how to work the washing machine.
You do not. When I was out of town to shoot, every time I go out of town, the clothes just pile up until I get back.
Because I buy new drawers and new tank tops and new socks. I'm like, I don't know how to do this.
Your mom even said, why don't you just try it? Maybe the settings are already there from the last time she used it. And you were like, nah.
Because also with that, I don't know how much detergent to throw in there. I don't know how many dryer sheets. And, it's a science that you have. And I don't want to get in the way of that.
I appreciate
it. And then the food, it's like, every time I try to make breakfast, it'd be like, yeah, this is from the heart. It tastes good. But some always end up burning. And then the eggs, they never as fluffy. So I'm like, man, let me just order from somebody.
But what did you do today?
You cooked for me.
And what about yesterday?
Yesterday, you cooked for me too. I appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, it was so delicious. Speaking of which, let me say.
Yes.
So today is the second day that I've been plant-based.
Ah.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. My intestines are thanking me.
Well, congratulations.
I feel so clear.
We've missed you. You've done plant-based for months and then went back and forth with it.
And it's not a great.
You feel good.
It's not a great thing to go back to, the way that you're used to eating. But plant-based and eating vegetarian feels so good on my organs and my digestive system. I think the only reason I ever go back is because of convenience. But realistically, is it really convenient if you're not going to feel good?
And also, we live in Cali where there's plant-based options everywhere. But I feel you. It's probably.
I prefer you to cook it.
I know.
Because your seasonings are great. See, that's the thing. When you go to other people, their seasonings at these restaurants aren't very inviting. It's like, I'm about to go to Burger King.
Let me read some funny comments. We were talking about how much fun we had when we went to visit another couple. And Reggie Williams says, who's also married to someone we love, friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
He says, couple on couple is awesome. Wait, that didn't sound right.
That did not sound right.
Hanging out with other couples is great. That sounds better. That is hilarious,
there you
Reggie
go.
Williams. That is hilarious. And then Lexi Lex says, buying new clothes instead of doing laundry is hilarious.
Lexi, when Amazon got the plug for you, they say these drawers, socks, and tank tops can be there for you tomorrow. You think I'm going to turn that down, especially when she's gone for weeks at a time? It's like, oh, yeah, perfect. This is a last minute until she gets back to do a lot more laundry.
Understood. Lexi Lex says, Reggie being freaky in the comments, and here comes Green Ranger. We see the inches, CT. Pause. I sound like Marty Morrow. Shout out to the Before the Bell podcast.
That's a good pause.
That is very funny.
But yeah, my hair has gotten so long. It got long quick because it feels like 4 or 5 months ago, I was like, man, my hair is not long enough. And here it is, shoulder length.
Shoulder length. Meanwhile, King James says, cheetah. Did I say it right? I don't know how to say it, but it's all capital letters.
Oh, the print.
Yeah.
That's funny. I thought this was leopard.
It's cheetah.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. The little circles are cheetah.
So what's leopard?
They're like bigger, and I think they're filled in or something.
Oh, cheetah.
I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
That's very funny.
Can't turn down the convenience. So let's talk about some relationship things in the news right now.
What they're talking about in the news right now?
Steph Curry's wife, Ayesha, is at it again.
That'll be a chain of stop.
First of all, beautiful woman. Made beautiful babies. I believe they have 4 children. Steph Curry, of course, professional basketball player. And this is not the first time that Ayesha Curry has said something that people get upset about and say that Steph Curry deserves better. So this time, Ayesha went on a podcast and she admitted that she never wanted to be married, never wanted to have kids. And to me, I was like, oh, okay, this can't be that bad, because I saw something in the headline that said, because she said that, she's risking losing brand deals for the family and risking this, that, and the other. And I was like, you know what? I've said that about us. I've said, because she said I wasn't the girl who dreamed of her wedding day and all that. And I was like, I wasn't either. I never wanted to be married. I thought I would just have a lifelong partner. We'd have a covenant between, us and God and some beautiful, hippie ceremony and just live together forever. She said that when she had her first baby, after that first year, she was like, I got to get my ish together because I want to focus on my career. And I always want to be a career woman. And that's where she lost me, because I was like, you had the baby and you were still thinking you wish you were doing something else. And I get it, because women's lives become about the child and the relationship when they get married and have kids. I get it. They lose themselves, but you're not supposed to say it out loud. Did you see the interview? How do you feel?
How do I feel?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you were right when you say that it is 80% diet and 20% working out. Because as you're talking, I'm touching my left arm and I'm like, man, haven't been to the gym since last week. And I feel like, man, it really is the food. Because I would go to the gym and be breaking my back trying to make sure that I did everything right. Did the cardio, did the lifting, all of this stuff. And then I would eat fairly cool, but then the eating will fall off. And then you're like, man, why is my muscle definition not there? Or why do I not feel as solid? And just this being the second day, that kind of reaction, that fast, those kind of results, I think I'm just going to, I'm going to take it day by day, meal by meal, and just really give my digestive system a break. Maybe a smoothie late tonight if I get hungry, which I will. Oh, you talking about Ayesha?
I'm glad you have come to this realization again, because like I said, you go back and forth between plant-based and omnivorous.
Omnivorous?
Yes.
Plant-based and omnivore is still herbivore is I guess what you would say vegetarian. Carnivore is the meat. Omnivore, what's that?
Omni is everything. You eat everything.
Oh, omnivorous.
Yes.
You got a real smart mouth.
Thanks. The only thing is your memory.
Your daddy told me you had a smart mouth. Did you notice your daddy talking about you like that?
Nobody's heard this conversation that you keep bringing up between you and my father. And now that he's passed away, we'll never prove it. But if we can stay on
I'm
track,
proving it.
we can stay on track.
I've proven it. I told you what he said.
First of all, I would love for you to remember this feeling.
She got a mouth on her. I was like, all right, thanks. You didn't know that?
Could you please remember this feeling of how you feel so great on plant-based foods before you go order another chili cheese bacon burger from somewhere?
Oh, I'll remember that immediately.
And Taco Bell,
well,
at like 2 a.m.
Let's also
waking up sick.
Let's not act like you didn't benefit from Taco Bell. I got you the veggie Mexican pizza,
and I ate half of it.
I don't know how much you ate. I'm just telling you.
I ate a plethora of things.
A lot of tacos
with a lot of ground beef and cheese and carbs, and then you did not feel well when you got up.
Can we talk about it?
Sure.
It's not real meat, so let's.
It is. It's somebody's meat.
Well, let's
pause. It is.
Somebody's meat will make me not go back.
Good, because that's what most fast food is. It's somebody's the lowest grade of animal that they can find.
What if, you know what's funny? This is what I said about certain Asian restaurants, where there's always the stereotype and the joke of like, oh, they're eating dogs and cats. They're doing a great job. Have you ever eaten orange chicken or the beef and broccoli? It's not like beef that you've eaten in other restaurants. So if that's dog and cat, you'd be like, wow, I love what y'all have done with this. They need to give some tips. Any tips?
First of all,
I'm trying to come up.
With AI, watch what you say before somebody says you're eating the dogs, you're eating the cats, and you're not condoning it. And it is very offensive to animal lovers. It's funny because animal lovers choose which animals they love.
Oh yeah.
And they love dogs.
Nobody ever
wear a fur coat.
Ain't nobody ever said that they love aardvarks. I ain't heard no hedgehog lovers. Everybody just go for the hits. I ain't heard no elephants get the desired love.
And we love elephants.
But to go to your point, Ayesha Curry, this is how I feel, man. Respect to the Curry family. He is a superstar.
Yes.
I'm sure she's an amazing mother and that he loves her with all of his heart. It's not my place to talk about what their relationship is because, you know, nobody talk about my relationship. But I will say, Tanjareen and I had a conversation a couple years back where I was like, hey, no more interviews talking about X, Y, and Z. And then she's like, okay. And I'm very similar. I'm not doing interviews talking. The only time y'all hear me talk about the relationship in depth or her is when we do this show. And there's a reason for that because your particular fan base has understanding and patience and grace. Mm-hmm. When you speak with other people's fan bases, they're not that. And it can get very negative very fast. And it's a toxic situation. So I know that the majority of people that exist don't listen to comprehend and understand. They just listen to respond.
Especially online.
Yeah. So for us, it was an immediate, hey, no more talking about X, Y, and Z when you're on an interview. If that conversation goes that way, direct it somewhere else because it's not fair to be seen a certain way and it's not fair to make your spouse be seen a certain way. So to go back to Ayesha, I think that needs to be a conversation that's had.
Which I feel like it has been by now. And you're absolutely right. That's great advice. Communication, relationship is very important. But she said in the podcast, I talked to him about how I feel about this motherhood thing and wife thing or whatever, because I wanted to focus on my career. And he doesn't understand it. He tries to understand it, but he's just like, yeah, but why? Why do you feel this way? And she laughed it off like he doesn't get it. And so it seems like there might be a barrier between their communication.
They've been together for a long time. They've been together since they were kids. I think that, you know, the show Basketball Wives or any of these shows that kind of gain their popularity off of the husband's fame. Like, for example, if you watch Basketball Wives, maybe the first couple of seasons, they're like, oh, this is such and such's wife, and this is such and such's wife.
Yeah.
They didn't really establish this woman in total's identity on her own.
Yeah.
They were selling the show off of the husband's fame and popularity.
Yes.
I think that a lot of times when people get interviewed, they go for the wife or the girlfriend of someone who is super famous because they know they can't get that person, and they try to get that person they got as a guest to speak about them, to try and pull something negative or something to make us look at this person's resume or their career or them as a person to knock them down. And I don't think that's fair. If you're going to be a basketball wife, would the show still been as successful if it was just called Wives? Would have been as successful if it was just called These Ladies and you never spoke about their partners or their husbands or their spouses.
I would have watched it if it was called These Hoes. I'd have been like, ooh, what's that about to be about?
That's a good title.
These Hoes?
Listen, if you can get a show like that made, I'm gonna watch.
I'm gonna watch too.
I love These Hoes. I would love to see it. You like
loves These Hoes.
And
what
that's
are
a
these hoes
shirt.
up to today?
What are these hoes up to today? That's how you sell a TV show.
You on your way.
You on your way. That was great.
Thank you, baby. Green Ranger says, I think because Ayesha Curry is a light-skinned, green-eyed, pretty woman, she's used to being the center of attention. She can never be that with whom she's married to. I don't know emoji.
He likes
I don't
getting
know
green-eyed.
emoji. They're both, yeah.
Imagine.
Both. But he's also talented and doing really well in the league.
He's a superstar.
Exactly.
He's got several rings.
Let me see. Callie Grown says, CT is like, here's what I think about the topic. I feel like the yellow lights are longer in different sections of LA. LMAO. Exactly. He went exactly to another topic.
Pyro, they are. Have you ever driven at night?
Don't get him started on another topic.
All right.
Jarrell Weeks, what's up? He says, where did it go? Oh, there's Joe Tate
Let
popping in.
it go.
Jarrell says, I would love a good vegetarian diet, but the ish here in Alabama just doesn't taste good. Jarrell, that's why I had to learn how to cook. Because when I first started my journey in 2000, there weren't a lot of options out there for me to buy it already made. And the ones that were selling in the store, the cheese didn't melt. You know, there was only a couple different meat companies, but now.
Several. Speaking of that, when I was in Nebraska, there was a woman at the front desk, older woman. She had hurt her knee or her hip or something like that, and she was on crutches. So I come down, and there's a lot of white people staying at this hotel, only a couple of black. And I come down and I said, listen to me very closely. This is very important. And she was like, what is it? And I was like, she think I'm about to say something to disrespect her. I said, these white people don't care. And they're going to ask you for stuff, and they want you to get up and go get it. I need new towels, but I would like for you to tell me where to get them so you don't have to get up. And she was like, oh, no, it's fine. I'll get up. I'm like, I don't want you to get up. You got crutches. You should be healing. No, it's fine. And I'm like, okay. And she walked without the crutches, limping over there. And I walked her to the little storage room where they had the towels and stuff. And she was like, this all you need? I was like, yeah. I'm like, look, I got sisters. So I wanted to make sure that
very sweet.
You didn't feel that I'm like, hey, get up and do this, get up and do that when I see your condition. And she was like, no, it's fine. And I was like, all right. And I asked her, I said, yo, what do you eat? You know what I mean? Because that might help you heal faster. And then she was like, not really good stuff. I'm like, well, do you eat avocados? And she was like, I like avocados. I'm like, avocados help with your joints and they help grease your situations to where you could be back on your wheels a lot faster. I said, also, what kind of milk do you drink? And she was like, milk. And I was like, okay, maybe almond milk. Have you tried that? It's a different taste initially, but it's so much better. And then she was like, but it made me remember when I introduced you to my father and my stepmom and my sisters and everything. And I told them you don't eat meat. And they were like, yeah, we got we got turkey bacon. And I was like, you got to say that out loud again to yourself. You know what I mean? This is turkey bacon, but the innocence in their eyes is just like
they were excited that they went out of their way to get that for me.
And I was very grateful that they did because that was consideration, an extension from me to you. But it was like, man, if you're not in a big city or you're not health conscious in whatever city you're in to a certain extent, you don't know that these things exist. It's like you're living your life. Mm-hmm. This is your life. And somebody says something and you're like, what? What's that? Even though it's been right in front of your face the whole time. When you go to the grocery store and you see your ice cream that you like. You know the brand, you know all of that. Then you see the brands that you don't even know about,
Right.
but you've seen, and you're like, oh, I don't even know what that is, but I'm looking for this. And that's what it is with like health type food.
Speaking of ice creams, I found a really delicious one that I enjoy.
So delicious.
It's plant-based and sweetened with coconut sugar, and there's no extra chemicals in it. It's called Cosmic Bliss, and they make some amazing flavors.
They do.
It's not
They be
easy
getting
to
better.
find. They've been getting better.
Over the years, because remember when I got with you, Trader Joe's only had the one ice cream, the vanilla ice cream that was like plant-based. And then that was it.
And
then
the chocolate cherry chip one, but you didn't like that.
No, I'm not a cherry guy.
Exactly.
Unless it's cherry pie.
Autumn Reed says, so you basically made her get up and show you where the towels were and then awkwardly lectured her about the food choices. Ooh.
You know what's interesting?
Ooh, Autumn Reed.
What's interesting is Autumn Reed always chooses to go against me. It's never
on your head. I love it.
It's never, man, that's very, you know what? We need you to take some classes from Joe Tay. Joe Tay listens and he gets the positivity.
He listens and he don't judge.
Man, Autumn Reed says you made her get up and made her listen to an awkward lecture. Ooh. I could have saved that woman's life and you don't even know it.
Two things can be true.
Yay me.
Yay me. Pat himself on the back. Let me get to a couple more comments and then I will get, we have two people.
Should I have said, hey, Heifer, get off your ass and go get me my towels. Is that what you would have preferred me to do, Autumn Reed? And just look at her crutches and one falls and me be like, you could get it, independent woman.
Dang. That would have been
because that's
harsh.
what we're talking about.
That would have been harsh. I love this. Green Ranger said earlier, Tanjareen was like, what do you think about this topic, baby? CT was like, yeah, I like vegan food. LMAO, exactly. CT be on every topic but the one he's supposed to be on. Bro, I'll be here all day dealing with him.
Hey, that's very funny. Hey, don't ever go against me, Reggie Williams.
Reggie Williams only speaking facts.
The whole squad seems to be turncoating me.
Maybe they're just speaking the truth.
That's turncoats. You know who didn't go against me? Pyro and King James.
Let's give him a second.
And Joe Tay.
Let's give him a second.
And Green Ranger.
Okay, baby, then you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Amos Coates says,
Amos Coates.
Would it be fair to say that the partner married to someone famous is generally sacrificing their personal freedom to a certain extent? Absolutely. Absolutely. The first lady of the president can't be out here twerking. She can't be out here posing, you know, in sexy magazines. Like, remember that? What was that? The King magazine back in the day, all that stuff. You have to be a certain way, and when you go on a red carpet, you have to realize that at some point they're going to ask you to step aside so they can get the more famous person's picture without you. That's
and here's the thing.
life.
I love that dynamic with the couple we were hanging with.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the business. She's not in the business. And the focus is on him. Mm-hmm. When you see a lot of couples, whether it be a woman who's famous or a man who's famous, a lot of times it's like the one person is just like sitting in the background. They know they got to be in the shadows. And the other person gets all of this attention. It works. I don't know. And you'll see some celebrity couples get together, and once they start having kids, one of them takes the background. Whether the husband is like, all right, I'm going to be in the background, I'm going to be the house husband, or the woman is like, I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom. It works. I don't see. I forgot what point.
Really?
Yeah, I was on a roll too.
Yeah. All right. Well, meanwhile, 6'8" says, I love these two. May God continue to bless them. Thank you, 6'8". King James says, Autumn is only here for chaos.
Facts.
I love that.
What was I responding to when I said that? Did we read a comment?
I don't know, baby, because you're all over the place. Let me see. Yeah, the person I said on the red carpet, one person steps to the side while the more famous person gets the pictures taken, and then you were talking about how if two people are both in the industry.
Oh yeah, like for example, Tanjareen has been doing comedy for a couple of years now, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, you guys both do comedy?" And it's like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Oh, are you guys ever competitive?" I'm like, "No, I've been doing it way longer than her." So it's like that's. In a stand-up comedy situation, that's how it has to work. When it comes to acting, she's been acting way longer than me, successfully. When that dynamic happens, you're good. Because if somebody's been doing comedy longer, you're not really threatened or feeling jealous or envious on the person who's been doing comedy less. When you've been acting way longer, you're not feeling threatened or jealous when a person who's been acting under you starts to get stuff, because then it's like, you know, on both sides, there are ebbs and flows. You got this season, this person has this season. So I can say, honestly, if we were doing comedy the same amount of time, it wouldn't be a good situation. Or if we were acting the same amount of time, it would, because then it's like, we both know more than the other, or, you know, you blind leading the blind, because we're both have our experiences for the amount of time, if that makes sense.
Yes, we can help each other with what the other one doesn't know. Exactly.
Yeah.
Kelly Grown says, you acting like that ain't been autumn since day one. You the one expecting something different. Now let me shut up before I get in trouble too.
That was almost turncoatish. That was almost turncoatish, Pyro.
Then he says, I got your back, Bree. Who's Bree?
Probably meant bro, stall him out.
Oh, okay. I thought, you know, all y'all got these nicknames. You calling them Pyro like we
Ain't
supposed to know.
nobody ever gonna call me Bree. Let's get that straight.
Okay. All right. Autumn Reed is answering, then we'll move on.
I have nothing but positivity, and we will find a silver lining in a hurricane. But I'm also going to point out the truth to your fairy tale view.
Woo!
Fairy tale view?
Braka.
Somebody get a coat and turn it.
Shots fired.
Because Autumn got hers.
Slick Tafari, you better get on camera and tell us how you been, bro. Where have you been? You know who else who popped in here earlier and might still be watching, but I didn't want to interrupt your third topic that you were on in the middle of stuff. But it was our.
That sounds real turncoatish.
No, baby, I've always been on this side.
Oh.
It was.
Always been on the opposite side. Huh?
It was Leroy Strickland Jr.
Leroy Strickland Jr. I will fight for you.
If you're still here, Leroy, please leave another comment, because I loved seeing your comments.
Leroy Strickland Jr.
Reggie Williams says about Ayesha Curry, Ayesha needs to know a supporting actor sometimes makes the movie good, i.e. Samuel Jackson from Django. Touche. And again, just to wrap that topic up, Ayesha did say she loves being a mom. She just didn't plan on being one. She wanted to be a career woman. And she wanted to try to figure out how to do both. But I'm sure she said she had her first child so early, she didn't get a chance to even decide, you know, what she wanted that life to look like.
Is that what we're doing?
And I understand that from the comments, all the mothers in the comments were like, yeah, you lose your whole identity when you're a mom. And men were like, Steph don't deserve this. He needs to divorce her. She's never supposed to say anything like that. She hates him. So it's kind of, you know, it's 50-50. What's up, baby?
I wanted to work in Hollywood video.
Is this another new topic?
For a long time.
Okay.
But I got fired by a manager who never wanted me to work there in the first place. So when we're talking about plans, my plan was to work there. That was all I saw. I was like, I'm just working Hollywood video. I'm working with my best friend. We get money. We having fun. We getting girls. We get movie rentals. And then I got fired. And I was like, well, I guess nothing else is in my way. I have no excuses. Let me start doing comedy. So plans sometimes are very funny, because the plan that you make, there's a different plan and path for you.
Exactly. And I love that you got fired so that you could come out here and take comedy seriously so that I can meet you, which is a great point King James made. 16 years into the career is wild for this to still be a conversation. Exactly. Because if you were still thinking about, man, but I was really having fun at the video store.
I was.
But for you to, if you were still reminiscing and bringing it up in podcasts, it would be it would be like, bro, it's been a long time and your life is way better than what you could have ever imagined it to be.
You know what?
So knock it off. And that's what people are saying when they look at her.
And I completely understand that. I think it's just like, for me in hindsight, that was a time, that was the fork in the road for me, right? The fork in the road of, I'm in school, I'm working a job, I got my best friend, I think I had a little car that my sister had given me.
She's the best.
She is the best. And, you know, I had a girlfriend. Well, we were broken up officially, but I was still seeing her, like we'd go on dates and stuff. And it was just like this nice, normal life. Like I had a schedule, a routine, my small life living in Detroit as this 18-year-old. And I got fired and I was like, there's nowhere else I want to work. There's nothing else I want to do. This was my dream job. And then I was like, well, my other dream is, you know what I mean? So for Ayesha, I think that there's a lot more points in that interview that we heard about what she wasn't ready for instead of exactly what she wanted her life to be. Like, instead of saying I wanted to be a career woman, what exactly was
right,
that?
because she could still do it.
Yeah.
You have all the resources
So
with all
many.
this money to start your own business.
Respectfully, also, because I don't know that woman, I don't know that man.
Right.
But it's so much easier for me to tell y'all, yo, I'd have just worked at the video store, being my best friend. I probably would have finished college, and then who knows, maybe I'd have been a manager at that video store or an area manager. And then the bubble would have burst in 2007 when all the video stores went down. So I only would have had 2 or 3 more years.
That's a good point.
2 or 3 more years.
Those things do not exist anymore. I forgot about that.
I think the last video store I saw, no, let's say there was a Hollywood video on Ventura and Vineland by that Ralph's.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one closed down in 2009-ish. So it's like the bubble would have been burst 4 years later.
Yeah.
So you would have had to wake up and do something else anyway.
So God saved you from that.
He did.
Let's see. Sweets. What's up, Sweet? She says the only thing I could think of is sometimes people tell their stories for people who might be able to relate. And I'm telling you, that's a good point, Sweets, because the women and the mothers were like, oh yeah, you totally lose who you are. But again, her life is way more incredible in other areas than she could have ever imagined. But so she just got to catch up to that. Callie Grown says, listen, she got her name next to Rachel Ray in every Bed Bath & Beyond in the cooking section, but don't got a career. I don't know emoji. That's a great point. I don't know what she's selling Bed Bath & Beyond, but I'm sure who she is has something to do with it. Next topic. This one is something CT brought to my attention. This is from professional wrestler Matt Hardy. Went on, was it Kai Cenat's?
Yep, Kai Cenat.
Live stream, which is one of the biggest streamer in the world. I mean, everybody has that ball on there. All the clips go viral. He went on the show. He said, my wife does some social media or some streaming too. Kai said, oh yeah, what's her name? He throws out the wife's name. The wife goes on Instagram and whatever other platforms and complains. She's very upset because her husband did not say the screen name that she uses on social media. He said her government name. And at first, when I was watching the video, I was on her side because I was like, oh man, because she was like, why did he say that name? Who the F is she? Or whatever she said. Who is that name? That's not my name. And I was like, oh my God, did he say the wrong name? Did he purposely try to foil his wife? But as I continue to listen, she admitted that was her government name. And that's also the name that he calls her. And it's also his last name, which is kind of connecting them when you're in an interview about yourself. He said her full name. So if I wanted to look her up, I could still type in the full name / this man's wife and find her. So by the end of the video, I was just thinking, she really doesn't have anything to complain about. Then I went scroll on her page and I saw that she had just done a video for Latino Heritage Month and he was in it and he wasn't tagged. So I was like, oh, so what are we doing? And I went through her page. I was like, she don't have a lot of him on here at all. So either he's not really into social media, he doesn't understand tags versus real names versus screen names, or he didn't want nobody to be finding his wife and following her. What do y'all think?
Number one, if I'm her and he said that name on the biggest streaming platform, the biggest streamers platform of all time, and he said my government name, guess what I'm doing to all my social sites? Changing
it to your government name.
It's a simple solution.
Yeah.
Number two, let me ask you something. Have you ever heard of the Hardy Boys?
As a regular person, no.
You never heard of the Hardy Boys, okay.
But as a wrestling fan, yes.
No, the Hardy Boys have been big enough to where you've heard their name.
Yes.
Even as a regular person. That's why I wanted to ask you.
Oh, okay.
So that goes to another situation where he didn't even have to say her name at all.
He didn't. He brought her up.
Government or otherwise.
He brought her up. Nobody said, hey, who's your wife? What's she up to? He said, hey, my wife does this kind of thing. Oh, really? What's her name? Here's her name. So I was just like, man, at first I was really like, oh man, he didn't want nobody to find her. Then I was like, oh wait, I found her. I typed in the name because they have the same last name. And just to say it, I think her name is like Rebecca Hardy, but her screen name is like Rebby Sky. It's not that hard to find, but that's a great point. Just
Rebby Sky is not, anyway, but here's the thing. Matt Hardy also is come from a generation where they got hit in the head a lot. So you're expecting a lot from somebody that's been through the Attitude Era.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because that's back when they were like using a razor to like show some blood, and, like really cutting each other.
Well, I don't want to get into the specifics, but I will say
that's what I saw in the movies.
A lot of head injuries, and beyond that, it's just like I don't have to say your name. I've seen so many people that be best friends with people that do videos and don't tag the person.
Ooh, I see that all the time.
And you're like, this person is your best friend, or these are your friends, or these are your people that you work with. And you're not tagging nobody.
Don't want to share the audience.
They don't. And here's the thing. I've always been somebody, y'all know how I would do my sketches. At the end of every sketch, I would have everybody who's in the video at the end of the video, and I would say their ats, and I would tag them in the video. And it cost me nothing. It didn't take away from my audience. It didn't take away from my shine. And it's just, there's some very selfish people in the world. But then there are also a lot of ungrateful people that, you know, that's a different topic for a different day. What else you got for us?
I'll read one or two quick memes, then we will get to our guests that are in the green room. If you're just tuning in, I want to remind you, you're watching the Mariage Go Round podcast with real life married comedian couple Tanjareen and CT. We just started a YouTube page. It's just @ Mariage Go Round. You can find us if you type in the @ Mariage Go Round. Those are the full episodes that I'll be uploading. And then there's @Mariage Go Round Shorts, where the clips will be uploaded. So please follow those pages, subscribe to those pages, and actually watch the content. Watch the commercials on the full length one while you're cleaning the house, while you're cooking, while you're doing things. Just let them play so we can get in that algorithm, and we can get some people to know that we're over there. And then we'll start streaming the live over there, and I'll get rid of all the ones that are under here under Tanjareen's page. So when you start to see them disappear, don't think anything went wrong. They went to another YouTube page.
You upload all the episodes?
I'm working on it right now. I don't want to give YouTube too much, and they be like, ain't nobody looking at this. Autumn Reed says, some people only know the Hardy Boys book characters. I remember that too. And don't know the Hardy Boys wrestlers. I've heard the name, but couldn't tell you anything about Matt Hardy at all.
Nope, that's why I didn't ask that question. I just want to know if you've heard the name. Sometimes you hear a name of somebody and don't even know what they do or what they look like. For me, before I got back into wrestling in 2011, I left in like 2003. In that time, I started hearing the name from 2003 to 2011, John Cena. Everybody kept saying John Cena. And I was like, I knew that name, but I didn't know who he was. I knew he was a wrestler, but I was like, but it was like John Cena. So it's like sometimes people's names reach you beyond you even knowing what they do.
Facts. All right, pick a number between 1 and 4. 1 and 5.
3.
1. Here we go. Question number 1. This is coming from 6 Brown Chicks on Instagram. It says, it was my wedding day and I was nervous. I thought about how lucky I am to marry the woman I loved. We were reciting our vows when the police arrived and arrested my bride and her mother. She didn't pay the seamstress, and they broke into her home the night before and stole her wedding gown.
Wow.
The seamstress was at the wedding telling everyone my wife stole the dress. Parentheses, our no phones policy at the wedding saved her from going viral. Wow.
Wow.
My wife has a job. There was no reason to do this. Not only is my wife a thief, her mother and her side of the family are beefing with the seamstress for ruining the wedding day. I don't think I love her anymore. And I definitely don't want children with her. Am I overreacting? Wow.
Let me tell you something. To say that you don't think that you love her anymore.
You should never even ask her to marry you. If one thing made you be like, yeah, I'm good.
Wow.
Wow is right.
Let me tell you something. I don't steal. Tanjareen doesn't steal. But if you stole something, would I be embarrassed? Yes. Would I be angry? Yes. But would I not love you? No.
But not just if I stole something. If I stole something and all the closest people in your life were there to see me get arrested for stealing it.
Well, can I be frank?
Yes.
It's been a long time we've been together. I don't have that many loved ones left.
Dang.
Exactly. My family was very robust when we got together.
So pretend it was at our wedding day then,
Jesus
when they were still
Christ.
alive and they were there.
Damn, I got it.
That's so sad. You lost uncles, your father.
I only have on both sides one uncle left. Then I got My 5 sisters.
Women last longer.
I got my nephew, my niece, my mama, my other mama, your mama, DeRay, Darren.
That's my family.
Oh, okay.
But the point of the question is, wouldn't you be embarrassed if I was found out to be a thief in front of everyone you love the most and got arrested by the police in front of everyone you love the most?
No, I would be more embarrassed that you stole the dress. This is why I would be embarrassed. I would be embarrassed not that my family sees. My family doesn't control anything that I react to. I would be embarrassed at the fact that you stole this dress. That makes me look bad. Then I'm getting mad at the fact that you stole this dress and were so stupid that you don't think the seamstress
would know who took it.
And
the dress is custom made to your body. You've been going in for fittings. You done told her exactly where you wanted the lace, the rose, the see-through part.
And she knows when and where the wedding are. Why did you think that she wouldn't come? Why did you allow her? If you're going to do this, have security at the gate to stop her from coming in.
Oh, my goodness.
So
the security can't stop the police.
The sheer idiocy.
Maybe that's why you stopped loving her, because she's stupid.
Now that I can get behind.
That's a good reason.
I can get behind not loving somebody because they're stupid. But I can't get behind.
Just because they stole?
Yeah. Because stealing is also subjective. There might be a story involved.
I think that's why they needed to communicate. Before you say you don't think you love her anymore, go visit her on visiting day and just say, you have a job.
Or
why didn't you tell me you needed help with the payment on this wedding dress?
If I'm her, baby, listen. She was playing with me. She wasn't going to give me the dress. I broke in, stole a dress. We need to have a game plan for tomorrow. All right, we said the wedding was going to start at 3. She's expecting it to start at 3. Let's start the wedding at noon and be done by 3. So that way we out of like
1, 2, 3, break.
Help me help you. I can't help you if you're going to do stupid crimes.
That's so funny. I love that. But the real you, that was a great idea and that's very funny. But the real you would have just said, how much do you need for the dress? What are we doing? Because why would you even order a dress that you couldn't afford?
Well, yes, and I'm thinking past tense. I'm thinking, all right, she's already made this woman angry. She's stolen the dress. We got to do damage control. I'm not thinking solutions. I'm just thinking damage control.
Oh, well, you said this was before the wedding. You're like, we're going to move our wedding up earlier.
Yeah, but she stole the dress the night before.
Yes. So you would have asked her, how do we get out of this?
No. If I'm her, I would have went to the husband and been like, look, fam.
Yes, as she should have. Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go to each other when you have a problem. Let's see what this one says. Jordan Taylor says, that's a mistake he's never going to forget. Do you think the mistake is on him or on her, Jordan Taylor? King James says, if the lights can be turned off that quick, were they ever really on?
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, that's a great question. And his coach says love is unconditional. So he's cool with the stealing. I love when you say his name. Reggie Williams says stealing is a red flag. Nah, she out of here. Lots of exclamation points. Exactly. The stealing is a cry for help. Sad crying cat emoji.
Stealing is so crazy. Like, I've never respected thieves. And what I mean by that is we all know that there are levels to stealing. What I mean is, hey, you went to a hotel, you took a pen. All right. The pen from your room. But in the same breath, if you're in a grocery store, you shouldn't be tasting the fruit and just eating fruit while you walk into the grocery store. But people do that. Like, they'll just eat stuff like that. That kind of stealing is like, I'm still looking at you wild, but like, all right. Money from people, packages, people steal people's water from the hose. People steal electricity. It's like,
I thought you meant hose. Where the hose
man,
at?
it's wild.
And it reminds me, I remember when Winona Ryder, the actress who we know has money, she just used to shoplift. There are people that are just kleptos and they just they get a rush out of that. They get a thrill out of that. Maybe this girl likes drama.
And also, let me amend that. Somebody that is on their extreme last leg and you got to steal food to survive, you stealing food, hey, all right, cool, you got to eat. But once you take that, I'm stealing food, money, and clothes, it's like, nah, because you're not, you know what I mean? Yeah. Food, anybody can understand and be like, hey, let me give you some more here. But when you start being like, I'm stealing these clothes, and it's like, hey, you can't steal these clothes. And you're like, look, fam, I'm down on my luck. Well, let's get you some clothes. But
did we tell them the story of when somebody took our DoorDash off the porch last month?
That was 2 months ago.
Okay, 2 months ago. Did we already say that to y'all?
I don't know. Y'all type in the comments. Did we tell that story yet?
It could be a really quick story because we have people in the green room and we're gonna get out of here because you got somewhere to be and I'm gonna go somewhere as well. Autumn Reed says, "Yes, you're overreacting. Appreciate the effort she made to be your perfect bride, but I also applaud the level of pettiness of the seamstress." Ooh, the level of effort she made to be your perfect bride is an interesting way to look at that, Autumn Reed.
She's a turncoat. She's always wanting to fight for the other side.
That is funny.
Like I just defended people stealing certain things like food. I bet you she'd be like, no, send that person to jail. But what's the...
I remember tagging CT in that porch pirate that got stuck in the snow. And Autumn Reed says, let's tell the story. So real quickly, I ordered DoorDash because he had already eaten. It got here. His man cave is right by the front door. So he saw somebody go into our gate, grab the item. They were on a bike, by the way. Got off their bike, walked in our gate, grabbed the item, went out, got on their bike, and took off. Next thing I know, CT in his pajamas.
No shoes.
No shoes.
I had socks on. Y'all know me.
And I'm coming down to get my food because it had only been there for like less than 2 minutes. I'm coming downstairs to get my food. I see CT go, move out the way. And he books out the house in his pajamas with no shoes on and chases this man who is on a bicycle with my DoorDash. And he's gone for a while. And I'm just like, should I go out there?
Hadn't run in about 2 years.
It was good. It was good cardio for you.
And I walked quickly on the treadmill or whatever, but I had not ran in some years. And I ran, and it was hot that day too. The ground was hot. And I was running, and I'm running down the street, and I see him duck off into like this business with the bike. And I'm like, man, if he went through the alley of that business, he's gone. But he stopped in front of the business and was looking, he opened his bag because he's about to now look through the bag. And I caught up to him, and I had enough distance to where I didn't want to spook him because he could have still run off. And I got close enough to him, I'm like, hey. And he's like, and I was like, give me the freaking food. And then he's like, I'm sorry, I'm hungry. I'm like, you ain't hungry, dude, you're a thief. And I'm looking in his bag, and in his bag, he got like a wig, a mask, something else. And I'm like, he does this. Like, he's a porch pirate, right? Probably wearing this stuff to keep away from the cameras. And I was like, I should knock you out. Give me the food, bro. I'm like, don't ever let me catch you in front of my crib again. And I take it.
I'm sorry.
And I walk back. And as I'm walking back, there are different neighbors who are outside and different people who are going door to door to try and sell people stuff. And they see me walking back, and they're like,
I was so proud of my husband.
Brought the food to Tanj, and I just sat down and finished watching TV.
I was so proud. I could have easily just told DoorDash it got stolen. They would have given my money back.
But she'd been waiting for like an hour.
It had taken a long time. I don't know why, because the place is like 15 minutes away. Reggie Williams says, chasing a plant-based steak is wild. You know what, Reggie Williams? Nobody likes you.
Chasing a plant-based steak?
That's funny.
Reggie, hey man, you funny, boy.
He's very funny. Because it was plant-based because it was for me. And it was delicious.
Chasing a plant-based
I'm so
steak.
glad you got it. Yes, that was a very funny.
And that's another thing. It's like, you're stealing, you don't even know what's in the bag.
You don't even want no plant-based food. You hoping it's some freaking, stuff you eat. It's not even that. But when I told BT the story and that the guy on the bike was like, I'm sorry, I'm hungry. BT was like, oh, he was hungry? Like, CT didn't let him keep it? And I'm like, okay. Then I told my mother's story, same thing. Oh, he was hungry. And I'm just like, so
he had a bike.
Nobody wanted me to have my food? Like, they just wanted this man to be able to steal food?
He had a bike. People don't understand how expensive bikes are.
Or that he could work with his bike. He could pick up the food for me and I could have tipped him. He could get a job using his bike. JG said I didn't expect that ending. CT. Yeah, he got it.
And I had blisters. I had blisters that developed about 2 weeks later. I could barely walk for those 2 days. I was like, because I didn't have time to grab sneakers.
Yeah.
I had to act then.
Yeah. All right, let's get these two people in. Have been patiently waiting in the green room.
Patiently
this person was here first to the show. It's been a minute. It is
Clear Camera Tay.
Look at that screen. Welcome back, Cobra Tay. Unmute and tell us how you are, where you are, and how come we can see you clearly now.
I am blessed and highly favored as always. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I got a brand new phone.
Congratulations,
That's
brother.
It looks great.
Looks great.
It looks
yeah.
great.
It was about time to upgrade.
Yeah, we'd say so. Yeah. So
This is a
congratulations.
crispy man. Boy, you look good.
Speaking of Baltimore, Maryland, how far is that from DC? Because that's where he's going to be premiering something this weekend.
About 45 minutes.
45 minutes. Did you
Nice.
know he was going to be premiering his comedy special in DC on Friday?
No, I didn't.
Do you follow him online?
I did. See, the thing is, I know I follow him online. I follow both of y'all online. It's just that I work up. My work hours is so terribly stressed. We're not really allowed to be on our phones like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really not in the know of anything until like maybe I get some downtime or some off time when I get home.
Okay,
So
I'm just letting you know that in the evening on Friday, October 10th, his comedy special, the first ever that he's done it after 20 years of doing comedy, and I was there in the audience to see him be amazing, is going to be premiering at the ABFF's Because They're Funny Comedy Festival at the arena by the wharf. So if you can get there, go to becausetheyrefunny.com. Anybody listening on the East Coast, they can get there by October 10th to DC, becausetheyrefunny.com, get tickets for the Friday show.
It's on my page too, on my Instagram page. You can get the link and come on through.
Yes. Now, what would you like to say about relationships, sir?
first of all, about that scenario about him not knowing his Marvel because she stole the dress. Okay, first of all, I thought a marriage was supposed to be equal, meaning your problems are my problems are your problems. So let's solve the problem together.
That's bars. That's bars. Your problems
Right.
are my problems.
Okay. I like how you're thinking. I like how you're thinking.
But apparently, she wasn't thinking that. She was thinking, no, my problems are my problems. That's what you got a fiance for. Your
I like how
problems
you
are not
thinking.
his problem.
mm.
So figure it out.
Your
Talk to him.
my
You could have said, "Oh, I need more money for the dress," or "I need I'll pay you back," or some type of way. He probably would have just said, "Don't worry about it. I got it. You about to be my wife."
I
Simple.
love it.
You know what, man?
I love it, Cobra Tay.
Let me tell you something. Tay, let me tell you why you're going to heaven. You have a pure heart.
So pure.
No matter what, it's that kind of innocence. Man,
So sweet.
God bless you, boy.
So sweet.
That was wow.
He's right.
Your problems are my
Which is
problems.
why I would immediately have told my fiance about it, because we were supposed to figure stuff out together. I wouldn't have stolen the dress, and if I had to, he would have known about it before I did it, because he would have told me, you know what, I ain't got it, but I want you to look good or whatever. But it wouldn't have been a secret thing that I did and then get arrested in front of our whole family. But you're absolutely right, Cobra Tay. You're absolutely right. Anything else on your mind?
See, y'all the type of relationship that I want to aspire to be, because like you meet your best friend, you don't hope to get out the friend zone, what you do, and you end up marrying your best friend, and then y'all
Man,
still together.
He's
CT
crying because he's
gonna
so
go to
beautiful.
Hollywood and
yeah.
Wait, do you see him crying for you?
Damn.
CT's the goat, man. He just inspires me.
Cobra Tay's the sweetest.
Damn, that was man.
He makes it so simple.
It's so simple.
So simple.
I mean, think about it. You be single for so long, you dealing with your own stuff. When you finally meet that right one, you be like, well, I know she got some stuff with her. I got some stuff with me. Well, our problems just gonna mess with each other. Hers is mine, mine's hers. We're gonna figure it out together. We're gonna work this thing out together. That's what true love is about.
He's the sweetest. Jordan Taylor says, let it out, CT, for how much he looks up to you. Yes, I love it. Jordan Taylor says, the most purest soul. Sweets is giving the joyous, teary eyed emoji. Yeah, that was beautiful. We love you. I hope that you can make it on Friday. You probably have to work. I know it's short notice since you didn't see it online, but yeah, it's in the day after tomorrow. if you can make it.
Day after tomorrow. Yeah.
Let us know.
Man.
The tickets are like $21 or something like that, but the link is in his bios. But again, anybody watching, just go to becausetheyarefunny.com. ABFF, which is the American Black Film Festival, which is normally in Miami. They have a comedy version that they do in DC that I didn't know about. They're premiering the whole weekend with his comedy special, which is a big deal because that's how funny it was. So if anybody can get there, please do. Anything else, Cobra Tay? We got one more person and then we got to get out of here.
The only thing I want to say is, well, I ain't gonna be able to make it to the comedy special because, you know, like I said, I didn't know about it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I'll always be there for you, CT. You know, I got you, bro.
I appreciate you, Tay. Always a pleasure.
We both know that. We adore you. See you soon.
Yeah. I'll see y'all.
Camera.
I gotta upgrade my life so I can upgrade the life of others.
This guy.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't be stopped.
This guy. We love you. Bye.
Love y'all. Peace.
Such a sweetheart.
Man.
Oh, let me see. Amos Coates says he's right. That is the way it is meant to be, two becoming one. King James says, that's right, Tay. Hold them down with all your might. Don't let them go. Gosh, he's the best. Devontae Wells says, CT, my birthday's tomorrow.
Devontae, ain't that the dude that be flirting with you often?
Yes, but he wants
Why
you to know.
do I care?
He wants you to know. Good evening. My birthday's tomorrow, and I'm
You
turning
should care.
23. He's telling you, baby.
Oh, he's a kid after all of this time.
He'll be 23. That's a grown-up. He can vote. He can get his own apartment. He can buy booze. He can get into a club. Happy birthday, Devontae. What up? It's the shirt challenger. Gui Tripp, a.k.a. Domingo, a.k.a. Let me see what it's calling you because I can't read it right here. Oh, what's that? Ooh, that's a new button. What's that say? What is all this? Okay, how do I do it? Oh, like this. Maybe I go like that. No? Oh, I know, because it's different on my phone. I'm trying to read the rest of his screen.
I can see it. You gonna press it?
What's that say?
AKA Granddad.
He probably wrote more than that. But under that
was free, but went back to the plantation.
If you're just tuning in for the first time, Gui Tripp put something on social media that people at his job did not like. So he was suspended. He was kind of relieved that he didn't have to go to work. And then he found out last week that he has been suspended with pay. So he was getting paid to be home. Mm-hmm. And then they told him, you know what? You can go back to work tomorrow. So he started back work last Thursday. And while he was telling us the story, he was wearing a shark shirt. And CT was wearing a vibrant shirt. And he challenged
Vibrant is funny.
He challenged CT to a shirt challenge for today. So what are you wearing today, Gui Tripp in Hawaii?
Well, first off, I would like to say hello, everybody. CT, you do touch people like that, man. And I'm mad because I planned on crying today, but you beat me to it. So, you know.
You said you planned on what?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you said you planned on what?
I planned on crying myself today, but you beat me to it.
Man.
How sweet. All right, Gui Tripp, a.k.a. Domingo, a.k.a. Daddy X. Let's see the shirt.
That's me. All right, so, like, I thought you guys were like gonna be like an hour ago, but I was like, just in case, let me have something ready. But I didn't know what he was gonna come with, so I figured let's play the safe step because I know we're gonna go a couple of rounds with this. So, with that being said, it's kind of more of the same but a little different.
Move the seatbelt. Oh, is that Jaws?
Yep.
That's nice. That's very nice. You got to deal with Universal? How are you getting all these shark shirts?
No, there's like a lot of bootleg T moves around. This is one called Light in the Box. And the material on the shirt is amazing.
All right,
it's amazing. I swear to God. And really inexpensive. Like a lot of 3D custom shirts.
I got one for you next week.
You can get them like. Okay,
First of all,
okay, ready?
No, what you did, sir, is called cheating because you saw what he was wearing before he came on and showed us yours. That's not how this goes.
I'm wearing the same shirt.
How
I'm
do
wearing
I
the
know
same
that?
shirt. Just don't even count. It's another shark. It's just a shark shirt. Look, I didn't have to show them.
Oh,
While he's
good
on
grief.
screen, I want to thank Gui Tripp. Just hit me with the Cash App, and my guy Reggie Williams right after him hits the Cash App and says, "Stop chasing thieves. You mean too much to us."
I know, because I was like, what if this guy had a knife or a gun and my baby's out there chasing my plant-based meal?
Here's the thing, man. And Guy Tripp says for sandwiches.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Guy Tripp sent me something too. I haven't even checked. Oh, it says for sandwiches, $25 from Guy Tripp. You have sponsored this show. And as you know, that money for him is going to his podcast of wrestling and CT Cinema.
It's going to CT Cinema.
It's just, he ain't even doing the wrestling clip payment. The money you spend here is going right into Mariage Go Round clips and software. These kisses are just for you. Thank you, Guy Tripp, for sowing seeds onto this Tanjareen and CT tree.
So here's the thing. I wasn't, and you're right, Reggie. You can't catch thieves, but there are a few times during our marriage where the instinct of being a man clicks in, and I couldn't control it. I didn't have time to think. I just had to act. And I'm lucky he didn't have a weapon, but at the same time, as angry as I was, that weapon would not have hurt me.
Your adrenaline would have won.
Yeah, and like I was prepared to hurt this man and think about the consequences later, which is ignorant, but that was one of those times. Another time where it was we were in a comedy club, it was like 2013, and a fight broke out, and she was too close to the action. And me, I don't go around fights. The one time I went around a fight, I was 12. I started jumping in when everybody started kicking a dude, and then he zeroed me in and chased me.
That was a good lesson.
From that point, I was never around fights. So the fight broke out, and I'm used to just being away from the action. I look up, and Tanjareen is kind of close to it. I'm moving people out the way to get to her. So it's the protectiveness. And I think that's why when Tay said what he said, it affected me, because it was like, damn, your problems are my problems. And it also will anger you, because she's had a couple of problems that had nothing to do with me.
And he will really take it to heart.
Oh my God.
It
and
ruins
I'm like,
his whole day. And I'll be back to my cheery self after I tell him, and he's like this for the rest of the day. And I'm like, baby, it's fine.
Trying to figure out how to make it happen. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But thank y'all both, man. And thank you guys for even watching.
Reggie Williams says,
Hey,
whenever you feel your feet burning, turn around, homie.
I was just gonna say, I know your lungs were burning and your baby toe hurt the next day. I know.
Oh,
you know what's funny? And I swear to you, man, I think, and this comes a part of, I don't do damage to my body. Like a lot of times you see these older dudes. I remember when I was in my 20s, I would see dudes in their 30s and 40s say, oh man, you got to stretch, you're gonna mess around and pull something, or yeah, they're playing basketball, and I tore my ACL and all this stuff. I don't put stress on my body, bro. Even on stage, I'm not falling to my knees or jumping onto stuff. Like I take very good physical care of myself. So even running, after not running in 2 years, I wasn't winded. It felt great. Like I was like, oh, this felt good. I should get back to running. My joints were good. The only thing was bad is I did not have sneakers on, so them blisters.
It was so hot this summer. It was such a hot day.
That's what I'm saying. I know it was on your baby toe. You got a blister on your baby toe. I know you did.
I got the blisters on the big two and the palm, or the sole, you should say, of both of them. And it was like, ooh.
All right.
Yeah.
You came here to show your shirt, and I want to give you this comment from Reggie Williams. It says, boy, looking like Black Lightning's cousin, Blue Lightning. That's for you guys.
Blue, blue, blue.
It is beautiful. Let me see. Jordan, take CT and Tanjareen problems is ours. Aww, that's very sweet. Anything else you want to talk to us about before we get out of here? Guy Tripp, aka Domingo, aka Granddaddy.
Granddaddy, Daddy X, yeah. Okay, so
my bad.
getting back to what you guys were saying, uh, as
Important, I
far as
got it.
defense,
Like it was the way. It was the way.
It's like when my drunk uncle talks really slurred, like the character on King of the Hill. And I said something, Dougie, and in the middle of him being drunk, he was like, Uncle Dougie. And I was like, oh, you do understand this, and we understand you. Granddaddy, Daddy X.
Yo, that's, and I thought of both of those, and that's what made me laugh. It was like, he was like, yeah, man, I want to tell that Granddaddy, Daddy X. And it was like,
which I knew I was cutting off the word, but I was trying to hurry up because I know you have somewhere to be
that's funny.
in 30 minutes.
okay. And, all right, well, I'm gonna make this quick then. I do understand what you mean about defending your girl.
Yeah.
I got arrested one time because I actually had to defend Frances when I told her to stay in the house, but she came out to defend me, and I ended up going to jail.
Oh,
Because she was hard headed.
but she's also high up in the military, so she's tough.
It
Oh,
don't
this is
matter.
before the military. No, this was before the military. This was before.
But that
Yeah,
means
so
she's the type
basically,
of person that would join the military. So that makes you kind of.
oh yeah. Oh, the moment she had my back, like I knew like you can't fight, but she had my back though. You know what I'm saying? You know, she came out. You know, hey, don't do that. Then they turn around and look at her. Now I'm like, okay, we fighting now. So anyway, but I do totally understand. You do anything for your right partner, like Cobra Tay said. You know, what I mean, your problems are my problems and mine are yours. Let's work them out together. That
And
should be
here's
the
the
quote
thing.
of the day. Beautiful.
I'll be, it's definitely the quote of this quote of the week. I'll be on record for saying it. Anybody can catch hands over Tanj, bro. Women and men. And that's why I'm like, I tell her, don't be around certain things or people or don't do certain things because I'm not all there, bro. And
Message.
people have said since I was a kid, people have, I guess it's because I have a very comedic tone of voice, but people laugh when I say stuff and I'm like, fam, I'm serious. I'm not all there. So just do what I ask. You know what I'm saying? And like it was these girls that asked her to shoot something some years ago. And it angered me that she shot with them because I felt like they were trying to make her part of a joke as opposed to it being a funny thing. And it makes my blood boil to this day thinking about it. So it's like, you know, they always tell you you can't parent adults, but it's like I'm pretty good at parenting adults.
Yeah, we definitely parent parents.
Well,
Anything else, Gui Tripp?
other than that, you know, I love y'all guys. Once again, next week, round two, three,
No, it's round
whatever
three.
that.
Yeah, round three.
Round three, round three. Okay, round
See
three, round
what
three.
he's
Okay,
wearing and changing clothes.
got it.
Matter of fact,
How many rounds we going?
It's up to you. You call the challenge.
You did call the challenge. So next week. I'm gonna have a schmuck on, and I'm going to cover myself until
you get on camera. Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, I was trying to do that. I was trying to just in case I was driving. I was driving the car like this. Folks looking at me. I was like,
ridiculous.
"Hey, how you
I
doing?"
got something for you, Mr. Tripp.
Oh, it's ridiculous. All right, we gotta get out of here.
Oh man,
Thank you for sponsoring our show.
You're the best, man.
And
no problem, man.
And
Definitely, I surely will. Man, hey, she's getting bigger. All right, y'all.
Congratulations.
He said, "Granddaddy, daddy."
Don't leave out that second daddy. That is hilarious.
Oh,
Cobra Tay says
to laugh and cry in the same episode is crazy.
Yeah.
I was trying to hold the table too. You know, you trying to make the tear not drop, and I'm over here like,
oh, maybe this show is beautiful. Y'all make sure y'all hype this up on YouTube, especially when I post it on the other page. There's a hype button. Hype it up so it puts it in the algorithm more. Leave comments under it everywhere you see it. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on my Facebook page. I'm not worried about that one so much. And we have our own personal pages on YouTube just for this show. Michael, what's up, Michael Martin? He says, hold up. I guess we got to throw hands about you and my mama. Oh, okay. He's back. And Cobra Tay says,
hey,
even though I'm not in LA, anybody can catch these hands if you mess with my bloodline, and that includes CT and Tanjareen.
Appreciate it, man.
Lexi Lex says CT wanted to body slam those girls over his wife. LOL.
Yeah.
Applause emojis.
Yeah, it's interesting. So to respond to Michael, hey man, you said it something slick first, so you can't get mad. You got your just desserts. Also, in perpetuity, I cannot fight where there are cameras or people around. So I have no problem fighting, but it has to be in private because no, I'm too smart for that.
Is this an invitation for Michael Martin or people in general?
No, I think, and it's not an invitation because I don't want to welcome that energy, but it is me saying that I'm very careful. So if you see me, which you wouldn't see me, a regular person wouldn't be able to make me mad, but if you see a situation that is going awry, you'll always see me being like, hey, let me talk to you over here. Or like, for example, I remember, I'm not gonna say his name because that's snitching, but a buddy of mine fought a dude in the bathroom stall. He locked the door, bink, knocked him out, and then unlocked the bathroom door and went out. And no, there are no cameras in the bathroom. He was good. And it was like, oh, that's smart. He was like, yeah, man, you can't get caught on camera. That's how you get sued. Like, people goat you into doing things because they want to sue you.
Smart advice.
You're never going to punk me because I'm unpunkable. You're not going to be like, yeah, I'm embarrassing this dude in public and his camera's around. That doesn't embarrass me because you're not going to sue me. Now, because also that energy, as we all know as men, the guy who talks the most and he's super loud and he's doing all this stuff in public and he wants people to see him, he doesn't want to speak in private.
I know.
And I'm not the toughest guy in the world. I'm not saying I'm the greatest fighter in the world, but I will say that real men behave a certain way. And that's why I have not gotten into issues with guys in 20 years.
You have something to lose.
Yeah.
And speaking of going in the bathroom, and we're going to end on this note, I remember he was at an event and he went into the bathroom and saw a friend of ours smashing.
Out.
And I was like, speaking of no cameras in the bathroom. And now every time I see her, I think of her differently because I don't think she was dating that person.
Also, speaking of that person, well, no.
Say it.
No. Because
nobody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I know, and I don't want to say this extra part. Anyway.
Hey, now I really want to know. You gonna tell me later?
Yeah, but thank you everybody who watched. And yeah, man. Tell you that was a beautiful message, man.
And it was just him just being normal, just speaking his heart. Here's the theme song. I'll play this while we get out of here. The outro song, I should say.
Can you get all the comments?
I'm gonna put them up while I.
Mariage Go Round. It's Tanjareen and CT's Mariage Go Round. Cause it's married things and things rock. Married things and things. The relationship podcast. Talking dating, marriage and romantic encounters. They don't always agree. Get the argument counter. On relationship means they'll dish. But guess what, y'all? They're monogamish. They're not like other couples, they're switching their flair. She gets on his nerves, but he ain't going nowhere. Come for the laughs, stay for the hair. It's Tanjareen and CT, the perfect pair. From the stage to the screen, they keep it tight. Married 5-14, that's right. Met in 2008, so the chemistry's real. Live streaming laughs, that's the deal. Marriage go round. Marriage go round. It's Tanjareen and CT, marriage go round. Talking dating, marriage and romantic encounters. They don't always agree, get the argument counter. Or relationship means they'll dish. But guess what, y'all? They're monogamish. They're not like other couples, they're switching their flair. She gets on his nerves, but he ain't going nowhere. Come for the laughs, stay for the hair. It's Tanjareen and CT.